but a simple podcaster with my three best friends here. One of whom has a middle seat on a transatlantic flight. It's Steven.
I watched this episode and decided that just maybe Kramer was onto something. So I tried to shave with different items from my fridge to varying degrees of success. I found the following to be effective shaving creams. Coming in at number 3, butter. Left my face oilier than normal and I didn't like the way my neighbor looked at me. Number 2, sour cream. Too runny, and my wife was upset that we didn't have enough for taco night. And coming in at number 1, cream cheese. It's mandatory that this is softened before you start, or you'll go through blades like you wouldn't believe. Honorable mention, free-range egg whites.
Fresh off of a low-speed rascal chase down the street, it's Amy.
What's the deal with casual ableism in 90s television?
And catching some sun up on the roof of the building, it's Audie.
Yeah, what's the deal with Patrick Warburton? Like, he's the coolest guy around. He just makes everything he's in better. This show, The Tick, and don't even get me started on The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, that's right.
If you haven't figured it out by now, our season premiere is Seinfeld. We are talking about Seinfeld. It is season 7, episode 1 of The Butter Shave. So Seinfeld, we've talked about before, but no, I'm sorry, season 9, episode 1.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My note was wrong.
I was just going to let you go, but... Yeah.
So season 9, episode 1 of The Butter Shave. We've talked about Seinfeld. Seinfeld was, ran for, 10, 11 seasons? Starring Jerry Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Michael Richards, and Jason Alexander as 4 of the worst people you'll ever meet. So this particular episode I chose based solely off of a screen capture.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Is. Yeah.
Yep.
I was looking and I was like, and see, I had it in my head this was a Thanksgiving episode. I had forgotten.
I mean, I understand because
Yeah.
why else would they possibly be doing that at Monk's? Why would they ever?
Mm-hmm.
In what world does Monk's have the little paper things that you put on the end of the turkey legs? They don't. They make Reubens. They don't do this. What is happening? They had to go so far for one gag.
Mm-hmm.
One gag that makes no sense, but it's still
I mean,
hilarious.
it's good,
Yeah.
but
So the butter shave, there's always multiple plot lines in any Seinfeld episode. And in this particular episode, we had
so many.
4 that I counted going
I
on.
basically said like, oh, I could do this right now. I just don't remember what the B plot is. And I was like, oh, or the C plot. Oh, or the D plot. Okay, sure.
Every main character had a thread in this episode, which was kind of wild. And also, I feel like succeeded fairly well at handling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like they had a lot of jokes and none of them were enough for an entire episode.
Yes. It was all these bite-sized chunks of story that just worked together.
Now, I mean, granted, the George one does take off more in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is a setup for the rest of his arc in that season, but yeah, it's a lot.
So I know we've been over it before, but since the last time we talked about Seinfeld, Audie, have you watched any more Seinfeld?
Nope. Nope. I'll say it again. This show just does not hook me. Never has.
Wow.
Like, I appreciate it, but it's just not my thing.
I understand that. Steven, have you watched any more Seinfeld since we did?
I started watching it from season 1, a good old sporting try. Season 1 is weak. And I need to start in the middle somewhere, like season 4, and work my way forward and then go backwards when I appreciate it more. But yeah, I love the jokes. I love the cultural thing that it was. I just, like Audie, I don't know why it won't grab me the right way and pull me in.
Amy, how about you?
No, I'm not in a place where I can handle terrible people right now. Like Always Sunny came up as like a suggested watch, and I was like, absolutely not. I can't.
Yeah.
I simply cannot. I need to watch Bob's Burgers pretty exclusively. I just need like I just need some like niceness for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I've been going back to West Wing and Ted Lasso, so
Yeah.
I feel you.
Good
Yeah.
choices.
It's kind of similar to where I'm at. Like I've watched a little bit of Seinfeld since we talked about it, but not a ton. And sort of the same way. Like I watched an episode, I'm like, yeah, I mean it's still funny, it's still well written, but I don't like these people. And,
No.
and I had forgotten just
Other
how
than Putty. David Putty's
Right.
terrific,
Mhm.
Well,
honestly.
Putty's amazing. We're going to talk about him. But it was just rewatching this particular episode. So each character has their own thread going on. So we'll start with Jerry's. Jerry's thread is he did his comedy set, killed, but then coming right after him is Kenny Banya,
Oh,
played
Banya.
by Steve Hinter. And I love Kenny. I will say that. Kenny was a recurring character that always cracked me up because Steve Hinter plays him just so ridiculously
It's
over
just-
the top.
It's everything I hate about American stand-up.
Yes, exactly that. It is exactly that.
Mm.
But Kenny is getting he comes off the stage. He's like, "Did you hear my set, Jerry? I killed. Yeah, that's right, I killed." And Jerry's getting all upset because he basically riding on his coattails. And that thread keeps going throughout it.
Mhm.
Everything
Mhm.
Kenny's doing. So throughout the episode, you got Jerry complaining about that. And then what is it? The next time we see him, it's in the diner.
Yeah.
And he comes in
Looks-
with the girl that Jerry had just broken up with.
Uh-huh.
Toothbrush in the toilet.
that was so good.
That was that's actually a pretty terrific episode.
And then Jerry finds out that Kenny's also going to be on the network special,
Mhm.
Yeah, the showcase.
the showcase. It's just that of the 4 plots, that was the one that was like the least of the worst people, because it's
Yeah.
just Jerry
Yeah.
just being like neurotic.
Mhm.
But I love him deciding he's going to throw the network showcase.
Throw in the fight, yeah.
Because it's George's reaction to it. No,
No.
you're gonna throw the showcase,
Because
And-
that's his ticket back in.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's George. When he finds out he's going to be on the network showcase, I love George being like, "We're back."
And Jerry's just like, we?
Yeah.
So there's that going on, and then we have George's thing is he's getting a new job. So Amy, you sort of touched on this already, but George is coming off of an injury. He had crutches. Now he's got a cane. And his
I'm
reason
trying to
behind that
remember
is
what happened. Oh, because
crutches-
it was the summer of George. Right.
Mhm.
Right. The summer of George. I was like, how did we get to this point? Oh, yeah. The
I was gonna
summer
say,
of George.
Coming into this, I was like, okay, why do we have mustaches? Why is George?
Okay, that
hurt?
was
What's
pretty good. The
going on?
vacation. We're going to take a
Yeah.
vacation from ourselves.
Uh-huh.
I liked that. That was, and what a great way to introduce your characters in a new season.
Yeah.
The first thing you see is them with these ridiculous mustaches.
Except
good.
apparently Jason Alexander is the only person who can grow a mustache because his looked real.
His
and
was real, yeah.
Nobody's was.
Okay, but the bit with Kramer winds up
That
so
was
good.
great. Yeah, that was
Brilliant.
Worth it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the reveal of George, funny. Then Jerry with that terrible fake mustache,
Oh, yeah.
real funny. And the jokes, vacation from ourselves, all of that. But when they go back to the apartment and Kramer walks in, looking
After
for,
they've shaved.
yeah,
After
looking
they
for the
shave.
shredded coconut. Because Kramer's always looking for something random, and just Jerry being like, "Oh yeah, we're not." And he's
We're
like,
not doing that.
"Ugh," and he just leaves.
Right.
Comes back 30 seconds later, clean shaven.
I just love his whoa, that
Yeah.
it's so good. It's
Mhm.
so good.
Comes back clean shaven, and then when he puts the aftershave on his lip, too, it's also very good.
There's a part of me that wishes I lived a life where I had friends that would just barge over sometimes. I
Yeah.
know that sounds crazy. Like, I don't want them barging in all the time, but like if my door's unlocked and they're just like, bloop, hey man, can I have some bananas? That would be kind of great.
You know why? Because it's like
sometimes.
the college dorm,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's your college dorm. It's your like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I mean, that's what it is, right? Friends is the same way.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It's just, it's that college
All those kind of shows are
living.
like
Yeah.
that. How I Met Your Mother. I think about that one.
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace. Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So George is getting a new job, and he gets a job interview. He goes to his job interview. I loved the cameo of Gordon Jump being in this episode because I just adore him. All I could think about was "As God is my witness."
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Of course.
That's an annual watch
Speaking of
for me.
Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So George gets the job. I do like when he gets his phone call because he's on Jerry's.
He's called his
cordless phone
he's called
'cause
his answering machine,
message service. Yeah,
Mhm.
like
'Cause
we
that was
used
the
to
thing you
do.
used to be able to do. Yeah, I never had a machine that you could call into
Oh,
and
we
get your
did
messages
because you called your number,
Mhm.
and then there was like something you could put in,
Right.
and it would play the messages.
Yeah, we never had a fancy one like that.
Yeah.
But George gets the message, and I love it. It's in sports, and Jerry's like, "What? The Knicks, the Rangers, playground equipment."
Because at the end of the previous season, George got fired from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's got his job interview. He goes and he gets the job, but then George got to be George.
But why does he get the job?
Well, he gets and I love where the guy, I just called him the boss. I know he had
Yeah.
a name, but it was never
Mhm.
spoken. Says, what does he say? He says something about like, everybody really liked you, or you're really good, or something. And has anyone ever told you that? And
Yeah.
George is like,
It's like no.
No. Well, because we
Um,
get the part earlier because he has this cane.
Right.
mhm.
And so Jerry says something about like, oh, you must be happy to be rid of the crutches. And he goes, yep, crutches, that's a funny story. Cane, it's a sad story.
And then he uses the cane
Uses
to
the
grab the
cane.
peanuts at the end of the
Uh-huh.
bar,
Yeah.
and all I could
Yes.
think was, I want a cane. That looks that looks very. It's like always having your towel. It just seems like a
Yeah.
useful thing to have with
Yeah.
you.
It seems like that until you actually need one for a little while, which I've had to do.
And it's not
then
as
just a
fun.
pain.
Yeah.
No, it's just annoying. So yeah, when he gets the job though, it's we just want to let you know nobody's going to think differently about you.
Because of your handicap. And
George's
he's like, well, I'm not handicapped. Right. Differently able. I don't.
he's so concerned about how to say it to him. And
It's
it's
like,
it's George slowly figuring out what's happening.
no.
Yes.
So the best part is because George is fully trying to tell this man
Mhm.
until they hit George's weak spot,
Mhm.
which is we're going to give you your own bathroom, which has been a
Yeah.
running plot line
Yes.
for 9 seasons.
Yeah, because one of his jobs, didn't he like slip a Mickey into his boss's drink so he could use his executive bathroom or
I
something?
think so. And then there was there's the one where he has he knows every good bathroom in the city.
Right.
And it's like,
Oh,
give me
gosh.
any address in the city and I'll tell you where the best bathroom is.
Listen, a good bathroom.
It's important,
It's important.
man.
I've
You're
walked
not
a
gonna-
long way in a large building to find a bathroom that meant something to me.
Mhm.
Generally, it was where the majority of the women worked.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
go there
Mhm.
because the men's bathroom was very quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
haha,
Yeah,
I've hacked the system.
My previous office, we had the room that I worked in was 2 floors above the normal office room, and there was a bathroom up there. It wasn't a private bathroom, but I was the only one on that floor.
Yeah.
So it was like having a
Mhm.
private bathroom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But occasionally coworkers would come by and they would just walk by my door and give a little wave, and I knew where they were going.
The
Yeah,
old
well, I
secret
worked at-
bathroom.
I worked at Rockstar with 3 other women.
Mm.
So,
Cool.
it was a good time.
Yeah, you had it
Mhm.
made. There you go.
Yeah. No problem.
Plenty of room in there.
But that is George's weak spot, is the private bathroom. And
He
so
loves it.
plays along with it.
It's got that high toilet. Feels like a gargoyle
Oh,
perched on the edge of a building.
The great part about that is this is 1997 when this episode comes out. He had been in Hunchback of Notre Dame
Yep.
the year before
Yep.
as a gargoyle.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
hilarious.
So that's a nice little in joke.
Well
Yeah, it is.
done. I'm not gonna lie. Having a toilet that sits up off the ground a little bit, that's nice.
Mhm.
That's nice.
I'm not sure what that's like. I'm too tall. They're all too short for me. So yeah, so George's through line is him faking having a disability, so he gets all the concessions at work. They have the little montage, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that was
bet-
so funny.
The best part of that one is when he trips the person in the hallway.
Yeah,
I just
and they're all
guffawed.
like, ah.
Right.
Like,
I liked
dude
him
is-
taking the little thing up the stairs.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, he rides the seat up the staircase and then cut to him being carried by one of his coworkers.
It's
Right.
it's good because it gets so ridiculous.
Uh-huh. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Just the absurdity level of it is
It's nonsense.
unreal.
The
He's
dude
got like
he-
his coffee and a donut, and she's just carrying him like baby.
The dude he tripped sold it I think that's what made me laugh so hard. He's like, oh,
Ah,
you
you.
got me, you handicapped
Ah.
fellow.
So that's
So
George's
good.
story. We'll come back to that because Kramer, his story, we sort of touched on a little bit, but his shaving cream isn't working well for him. And then the next time we see him, he just, walks into Jerry's place, grabs a stick of butter and starts rubbing it on his face.
Okay, so here's the one thing that is a problem.
The one
When
thing.
When you do television, you generally have on quite a bit of makeup.
Yes.
And if you take an actual stick of butter and rub it on your face, the makeup gets all over the stick of butter. And I was
Uh-huh.
like,
It was
oh
so
no,
brown.
this feels like an HD television problem.
Yes.
The butter was so brown.
It was so brown. I was like, oh no, we're really
did-
doing this, huh?
Yeah.
I did like Kramer doing the whole, touch my face, and Jerry just grabs 2 slices of bread.
Which are then brown.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And then
Yes.
Kramer eats one.
You got to sell the bit.
Yep.
Mhm. So yeah, so he is using butter as his shaving cream now. It's the best thing. It's great for his skin. All of that. He's getting
Yeah.
a real close shave. So
I mean, he's not that far off from the coconut oil enthusiasts.
yeah,
Truth.
that is very.
I
true.
know one of those.
You
Mhm.
do.
Coconut oil on everything,
Mhm.
everywhere.
So that story is going to get fun here shortly. But we have our fourth person because we haven't seen Elaine yet.
Mm-hmm.
And Elaine is on a month-long trip to Europe with our good friend David Putty.
The boys get Jerry gets a postcard.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's really good because the boys are like, oh no, don't tell me she's, Kramer's like, don't tell me she's dragging some guy through Europe. He goes, yeah, remember David Putty? Oh yeah, face painting auto mechanic. Yep. It's like, oh, a month in Europe with Elaine. He's gonna come home in a body bag. And I was like, oh,
Well,
I do love Elaine.
the line from Jerry, yeah, she's batted through the order and is back at the top now.
Yeah,
That
she's
was
back
good.
with him. Yeah, I guess she batted around.
So then we cut to them on their way to the airport in
Mhm.
Oslo. And Putty being Putty is just
Oh, God.
fascinated by the coins. And it's driving Elaine crazy because of course
I
it is.
don't blame
Of course
her.
it is.
No, I don't blame her either. But on their way to the airport, she breaks up with him.
As
And
they're
then they
about
have
to
to-
get on a flight.
Yeah. Then they have to get on.
Enjoy
to
your
a
flight.
22
22 hours.
She's stuck in
I was
the
like,
middle
where are
seat.
you going?
My favorite is the smash cut to them on the plane because he's sitting there sobbing
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and she is just dying a million deaths. And,
Because are you going to bring
Mhm.
that drink cart through or what?
so there's our 4 stories, right? So
And I have to say, just
everybody's got their
real
own
quick,
thing.
like this has to be the most realistic looking airplane set I've ever seen. With everybody
They're
crammed
so
in.
Oh,
tight.
yeah. They're
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
crammed together.
Yeah,
They
I
took
So
an
good.
actual
appreciate that.
airplane fuselage and shot a
Mhm.
show in it.
So let's see. So we've got our 4 stories. So we'll get some resolution to them all. Which one do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about George and what happens with him? We'll talk about George. So George has started butter shaving as well.
Yeah.
On Kramer's recommendation. Problem is he slipped.
Yep.
Because some butter got on the floor and he sprained his ankle. So now his left leg is hurting. Because when he walks into Jerry's apartment, Jerry's like, "What's with the limp?" And he's faking the limp with his right leg.
Yeah,
It's
he's
his
like,
left
oh,
leg that's injured."
you're something about faking it off the clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the next time he's in his office, his boss is like, "Wait, see your leg." And this is classic
Oh, so
misdirection. Oh no.
unbelievable.
No. It's because when you saw me before, I was standing on the other side of you. It's like looking in a mirror.
That's so good. This is right.
Unbelievable.
This is wrong. Wrong. Right.
Right.
Wrong.
Right.
Wrong. Wrong. Right.
Right. Wrong.
And
And
this
it's-
is when his boss is about to call him over. Like, it's like,
Yep.
okay, finally, the jig is up.
Yeah. It's really well written, right? Because we're leading up to he's going to get exposed.
Mhm.
Cut
Mhm.
to, nope, he got a rascal.
Nope.
Yeah. I know what's going on here. You have a problem with both legs.
Because he shows up at Jerry's place and is rascal. Free of charge on the house.
He just hears, but it's the fact that Jerry's just in his apartment, and he just hears the horn.
Mhm.
Ah,
It's very good.
I feel like this is a storyline brought about because someone had this prop, or Larry David sees a person a rascal and just gets this idea.
Uh-huh.
It feels like a story to fit.
someone ran over Larry David's foot with a rascal, and he was like, "This is it."
I
This
found it.
entire plot line was simply to have a shot of a bunch of octogenarians
Mhm.
chasing
Yes.
George in a
Mhm.
low-speed rascal
The
chase.
whole
That's-
thing.
The whole
That's
thing.
where this whole thing came from,
Mhm.
and I'm here for it. It was great.
They knew where they wanted to go. They just had to get there
Yep.
and make
Yep.
sure it was funny while they did it.
The best
So-
low-speed chase you'll ever see.
It's so
That's
funny.
really good.
So that is how George gets found out. His story wraps up by he's just going down the street and he bumps into another rascal, and the
Oh
old
my
man
gosh.
starts yelling at him. And I like George getting out and like critiquing the rascal that he's got. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's such a George thing.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
walking,
you got
like
the,
sauntering over to it, not
Yeah.
even pretending to
Uh.
have need it. Just
Got the little 3-volt one there, huh, Grandpa?
You dented it. Well, I did you a favor.
it's so bad.
And then the guy confronts him and he's staring him down and then just hops on his scooter and takes off.
I love the
And-
lady that's like, get the bikes.
yes, she was having the time of her life. By the way, she
Oh,
was
yeah. Her
grinning
and the
from
other
ear
guy
to ear.
behind him,
Oh yeah,
behind her. Those two
yeah. Neither
could not stop smiling.
Well, Jerry Seinfeld can't act. We've determined this before.
No.
He smiles
Oh,
through
yeah.
every word he says on this show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it somehow it allows everyone else to just have a good time and no one cares.
Yeah.
You're just telling
Yeah.
jokes. Just keep going.
I did appreciate at least that Jerry calls out George for his ridiculousness.
Sure.
He's like,
Okay.
yeah. At
Mhm.
one point, he's like, "It's getting harder to say that I know you."
That was very good. And when he shows up on the rascal and he tells him, well, at least you'll be going to hell at 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no more than 3 miles an hour.
So that someone
Um,
in this show does have standards.
Mhm.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
And I love the end of the chase because as George is trying to get away, his battery wears out. So he just grabs the rascal and starts carrying it, which no, he's not doing that. Those are not
No,
light.
they're very heavy.
no.
They are incredibly heavy.
If you've ever tried to be a good person at the grocery store and like
Uh-huh.
bring one back in, like you're driving it or you're not getting
Yeah,
it in.
there's a
Right.
reason the employees at the grocery store are in them driving back.
Yeah.
over. You're not carrying that.
Mhm.
But as he's doing that, he runs into his boss one more time. And I love George. Are you a religious man? So George loses that job.
Well,
uh,
no,
I don't
because this
remember-
goes on for quite a while. The
Oh,
basic gist, because it goes on for a while because he's under contract.
That's right.
And so if they get rid of him, they still have to pay him. So they do this whole thing where they basically like practically brick him into his office. They like
I forgot about
try to
that.
heat him out. There's like and they all hate him, but it doesn't matter because he's getting paid. It's a whole
That's
thing.
such a George
Nice.
thing too.
Yeah.
Like He would definitely run that as long as he could.
Yeah.
So Kramer, meanwhile,
Oh, Lord.
Jerry comes home,
Oh.
and I love Jerry coming home, and it starts off with him just giving the sniff, like,
Well,
what is that?
when we were at Monk's,
Yeah.
Oh, right, he
Kramer
came by
picks
with
up the
tub.
bucket of butter,
Yes.
Mhm.
which is important because his face feels so good. He's gonna start using it everywhere.
Yep. So when Jerry comes home, he's smelling something, and then we get Newman. So we also had a Newman in this episode.
We
Yeah,
did
I
get
love
Newman.
I love Newman. Wayne Knight is a treasure, and him as Newman, it's the most ridiculous thing. But I like how we're a season premiere, right? And so Newman shows up. They do the classic Jerry Newman.
Mhm.
But then immediately it's almost like they're going to subvert what's happened with these two for a while, because Newman's like, I don't know why we keep doing this little thing between ourselves. And immediately Jerry, I'm not the one cooking. You're all pustule. Like, just completely flips again. But that's when Jerry realizes, oh no, Kramer's on the roof.
Well, because he's like, well,
With the
maybe
butter.
Kramer's the one cooking.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, Kramer's on the roof. Oh no.
Yeah.
Kramer slathered himself in butter and laid out to get some sun and fell asleep. The best part about this is I remember Lewis Black having a joke. One of his bits was about sunblock.
hmm
And he said that his favorite sunblock is to get a tub of Crisco,
Sure.
because Crisco is the best sunblock ever, because if you start to sizzle, you move. The shade. So, of course, that was going through my head watching this. But yeah, Kramer fell asleep, and so now he is, he's been sautéed.
hmm
That was my favorite joke that got no reaction.
that they just said and moved on with.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
I mean, there's not a lot of jumping happening.
That's true.
It really did get baked.
So now Kramer's got to keep his skin moist.
Yep.
It just
Because you read
gets
about it in
wilder
Bon
from
Appetit.
here.
Yeah.
It does.
Keeps leveling up.
Yes. Meanwhile, Newman is hungry and wants to go get food, but Kramer is sitting in his hot tub,
With a
putting more and
baster.
more with
Mhm.
a
I
baster,
forgot.
putting
Yeah.
butter in the water.
Yeah, he got that
Right.
baster from Jerry. And
Jerry's.
Yes.
they don't say anything. Like, that is purely a sight gag, him walking off with the baster. And I'm like, oh no, are we going all the way? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love Newman's getting hungry, and he finally he can't. This felt like an old Warner Brothers cartoon. You know,
Mhm.
the old
Yeah.
Warner Brothers cartoons of the two
Mhm.
guys are stranded, and then they're looking at each other, and they're seeing like
Uh-huh.
turkey legs and all that. That's big energy of that.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, we're getting there.
And so Newman, I like it because Kramer's like, put some more butter in the water and stir it up so it melts. So he's
Yeah,
just
now I'm
making a
basting.
Kramer soup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blech.
Yeah.
It's real gross.
It's so gross.
And Newman's like, and he just runs out.
I'll meet you
see you at the coffee
downstairs.
shop.
Yeah.
Now, when he's at the coffee shop, he's reading a book. Did anybody happen to
No, he
notice
was
what-
reading a book
Yes.
sitting next
Oh,
to
no, sitting next
while
to
he was
Kramer.
sitting next to the
and
I
you
did not
noticed what
notice
book
it
was.
previously. I did
Okay.
notice it this time.
What book was it, Travis?
I was going to say.
The book was Alive.
Alive.
Which,
is
if you're
just
not
perfect.
familiar, that's the story of the Uruguayan soccer team that
Yes.
Crashed.
crash landed in the mountains, and then everything went real Donner Party after that.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a tragedy.
Mhm.
Will not make light of it, but they did use it as a joke in this show.
It was a pretty good joke.
It was a good
It
joke.
is.
Funny enough, we said we were going to watch this show, and literally last week, a movie details or something came up on Reddit. That was this. That was Kramer was looking at a lot. I'm like, how does this work? Humanity is a hive mind of sorts.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
real
it can
weird.
be.
The collective unconscious is.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
So Newman ends up at the coffee shop, sitting at the bar, and they bring out just a turkey, just a roast turkey.
With the little paper
Why?
things.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason.
No.
Because then she's going to carve it, right? So
Yeah, she's
even
gonna
if you've
have to.
roasted a turkey for, whatever, you're not putting it on the counter on that
No.
thing that it is too heavy for whatever cheap ass tray they've used because you can see it's bent.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I got
but
pretty
when she
mad about
sets,
that.
when she sets the turkey
Really?
down, and then Newman looks over at it, and he hallucinates Kramer,
Mhm.
which is an image I have seen so many times.
Oh yeah.
It's a good gif.
The best was
really-
when the wing was like flapping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen this episode,
Hi,
but I've
buddy.
seen that picture 1,000 times.
Which again freaks out Newman, so he runs out.
Right.
Back on the plane, Elaine and David they have fought, and now what is it? He's talking to
He's talking to the girl across
the
the
flight
aisle.
attendant.
Mhm.
Well, first he's
No.
talking to the flight attendant.
Right.
And
Oh,
Elaine gets
yeah.
upset and wakes up the guy sitting next to her.
Vegetable lasagna.
Yeah, I love. That's my apple juice.
I recognize this guy, and I was like, "How do I know him? How do I know him?" He was one of the NASA guys in Armageddon.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I had to look him up. I was like, "Oh, yep, there he is."
Wow.
So that was one, and then when they come back again, now he's talking to the girl across the
He's
aisle.
talking to the girl
Hmm.
across the aisle. But the best part is because she's talking to vegetable lasagna and
Mm.
he's going through all the coins,
Yes.
telling her what
Mhm.
they all are, exactly what David Putty was doing in the cab. But now she's like,
And-
oh, that's so interesting.
Yep. But then they decide. What is it? Putty says something like, "Well, if I'd had my way, we wouldn't have broken up."
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, and then she agrees. And so, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Let's make out.
Want to make out.
Yeah.
So they're fine.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But that story,
Poor vegetable lasagna.
I know. So when we come back to them for the final time on the plane, is the best part of it, right? Because
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
now they've gotten back together, and now they're being all cutesy towards each other,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and then it's like, okay, and she grabs her book and starts to read it, and he just sits and stares.
Which
straight at her.
this is still internet discourse.
Yeah.
I want to like about every 6 months or so it loops back around and people talk about just raw dog in a flight just staring.
With nothing. Just staring.
Nothing.
Nothing
No
but your thoughts.
headphones.
Uh,
Not
No, I can't.
No,
could
I need
not
to be
do that.
drugged.
yeah.
I need headphones.
Yeah.
I need
I don't know how
And-
you do it. Somebody does, but it's not me.
Yeah, I don't-
Especially on a
don't know how.
ridiculously long flight like
Mm-mm. I did 6 hours
Which is-
and I was ready to crawl out of my skin at 4.
that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was doing stuff and I was like, I can't be in here anymore.
Mhm.
And then, physics and flying through the air said, yes, you can be in
Yeah,
here.
like you
more."
literally don't have a choice,
Uh,
man.
Yeah.
But don't think about that.
No, I had to
No.
I had to do some deep breathing. I was like, I'm done. This is not good.
But Elaine just can't handle that.
No.
It's too much again,
Yeah.
and she freaks out at him.
Mhm.
And they break up again.
I know it. You know it. Vegetable lasagna knows it.
I love when she was talking about him, and he's like, "I
I
can, hear you."
you.
Like, yep, they're right there.
Mhm.
Please.
And Jerry has his network showcase, and we know that he's gonna take a dive.
Oh God.
And Kramer is there talking to him, and he gets ready to go on stage, and he pulls off his jacket, and he's got the rainbow suspenders
And a purple t-shirt.
and a
Yep.
purple T-shirt, and he
Mhm.
goes out and just does the hackiest.
He walks out and goes, all right, who's ready to laugh?
And
Ah.
it is just the hackiest stand-up comedy you could imagine. But
Mhm.
Kramer being a good friend
Oh, yeah.
does go out into the
Yes.
crowd and tries. He bless him, he tries,
Mhm.
laughing uncontrollably at everything Jerry says.
Yep.
And Jerry, cancer jokes are a bad
No,
idea.
Yeah.
no.
Don't do it.
He knows
Which
what
was
he's
the whole
doing.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which was
And I
hilarious
just
when the
love the-
guy yelled,
yeah.
"I have cancer," and Kramer's like, "Oof, bad crowd."
crowd.
So of course he bombs hardcore, and now Kenny's got to go on after him,
Mhm.
and he's all proud of
Mm.
himself.
Yeah.
So Kenny heads out there, and Newman has shown up, and this is where the already ridiculous subplot that has been going on.
This physical gag. Oh my gosh.
Because Newman shows up and he spooks Kramer, who bumps into
He
a container
topples
of
over.
oregano.
Because they're
Uh-huh.
in like The
in a
club,
kitchen.
which for some reason you get to the stage from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Only
Right.
for this gag.
Yeah.
So he gets covered in the oregano. And I love
Yeah.
this. Like, what is this oregano?
It's
And then
sticking
somebody
to me
like,
because of the butter.
well, somebody walks in with a big bowl of Parmesan cheese, and that gets all over him.
Yeah.
And it's sticking to him because of the butter.
He just gets
Newman-
seasoned.
Mhm.
Newman is still hungry. Newman hasn't eaten yet.
Yep.
And I love him grabbing the parsley. Hold
this.
What is this? Parsley? And then he just attacks him.
Then Kramer gets it.
Yeah, he
Yep.
bit me.
And they end up stumbling out onto the back part of the stage during Kenny's set.
Mhm.
And that resolves in afterwards. Jerry is sitting at the bar, and now he is just proud of himself.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kenny
Yeah.
comes in looking crestfallen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He bombed. And Jerry's all like, because he pulled a Buddy Rich. Let's see how he does out there without any assistance.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So Kenny bombed. But before it can go any further, a couple of NBC executives walk in.
Yep.
And they saw his act. They liked it, and they want to offer him. They want to
pilot.
work with him. They want to
Yeah.
be in the Kenny Banya business.
I
One
love
of
that-
the two, by the way, was Chris Parnell.
Chris
I know.
Parnell. Yeah.
It's a very young Chris
I
Parnell.
like that. This is like a year before SNL for him. So
Oh,
Yeah.
really? This was before SNL.
Yeah,
I
just
figured it was
before.
while he was on there.
So that was cool to see.
Yeah.
But Kenny right back at it because he's like, hey, you had a network pilot. Now I'm going to get a network pilot. I
Following
think
you
Kenny
again,
might have been
Jerry.
my favorite thing in this episode.
He was
just
good.
because he's just the face. He's got the
Mhm.
face. Plus, it's all I can think of every time is it's gold, Jerry, gold. And that doesn't end the episode because we have a post, like over the credits moment where Elaine and Putty get back to
right.
New York. They've landed after their 22-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
I do like, all right, well, we're splitting up now. Yeah, ditto. What did you go to hell? Just Patrick Warburton.
He
Patrick
can
Warburton
deliver
is
a line like
legend.
nobody's.
So good. There is one point in which she does expressly say that that if he does something, he'll be going home in a body bag.
Oh, yeah.
But like, just everything that Putty does when he's sobbing on the plane, when he's just going to sit and stare straight forward, just all
So good.
every delivery is
Uh-huh.
perfect. But he
Yeah.
walks away. Elaine gets into the cab and then says, the address to go to, and the cab driver says, there's a cab shortage, and transit cops are making everybody share. And then Putty gets in,
Uh-huh.
and before they can take off,
Vegetable lasagna gets in.
that's right. Now Elaine's stuck in between the two of them yet
And
again.
he's just like, oh God.
End of episode. It's a perfect way to end it. And as terrible as George is, because he is terrible, I really had a good time with this episode. It's a fun, Seinfeld is a fun show at its core. It really, really is. Sounds like everybody kind of had a decent time with it as well.
Mhm.
Amy, did you?
Yeah, I mean this is a particularly absurd one, which I think is where it kind of shines as a show. Because if you make them too real, then they're too terrible to enjoy. You know what I mean? Which is the problem I have with Always Sunny a lot of the time. It's just like I cannot follow these people where they go.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had a good time. This was a fun one.
Yeah, Audie, how about you? For not being a big fan of the show, did you enjoy the episode?
Oh yeah, it was fun. I mean, like, I appreciate the comedy of Seinfeld. It's just, for me, it always feels like, okay, let's just throw some jokes in a bowl and rattle it up. There we go.
Mhm.
And that's what it
yeah.
was.
And this was kind of the perfect example of that because it's literally 4 different stories
Mm-hmm.
going on.
Yeah.
Which the show would kind of float back and forth between sort of having 2, sort of a main plot and a B plot, and then doing something like this where it was just 4 completely different. It almost feels like filler, but it's like a step up from that in a way.
Because it's this, like, we left a lot of loose ends at the end of the season. Everybody just went their own so now we kind of got to get the band back together
Yeah.
Mhm.
in a way, you know what I mean? So we gotta We got to set some stuff up.
Yeah.
We got to set some pins up so we can knock them down.
Mhm.
Steven, how about you? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I love Seinfeld. I think the thing I admire most about this show is just the writing. Like, I love to watch how it all comes back together and how they weave this tale. Like, it's 4 different stories, but they're interleaving with each other. Maybe not so much Elaine's, but like the other ones are going back and forth across each other. And I really love that. And it reminds me a little bit of Arrested Development and how, you know, you'd start a gag at the beginning of the show, and by the end, that gag has just escalated.
Yeah.
And they nail it right at the end, and you're just dying. That's what this show does really well. They know how to tie all these little threads together, and then it's like, it's awesome. This episode was more like 4 different stories they were trying to do that too, and I think they all landed, which is super impressive. So yeah, I had an amazing time. I love this show. I'm giggling like an idiot watching this.
Yeah, and I like the way they weave them together because it's them having the mustaches.
Oh yeah,
Which gets Kramer to shave that off, which makes him want to change shaving cream. So he starts using the butter. And George's story goes the way that it does because he also used the butter to shave
right.
and then sprained his ankle. So now he's actually injured and not faking it. Like, there's just all of these different ways they weave it together. I love.
It's a Rube Goldberg machine.
Mhm.
Like it's knowing where they want to go and just seeing the most outlandish way to get there. And
How many
I just
steps can
adore
we
that.
take to get to this point?
Yeah, I would love to be in the room with them, figure out, you know, where'd you start? Did you start from butter, or did you start from what if Newman wanted to eat Kramer? And then figure that out. You know what? Like, it had to be miraculous to watch it come together. And it's probably
I'm
dumber than we realize.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Usually
over the top
is.
dumb comedy is usually dumber than you would think. These flashes of inspiration people get, and you're like, let's chase that. Let's just see where that goes.
Yeah.
We
no,
got to
it's
do
a great-
22 episodes this season. Let's go.
Yeah, what do you got? What if Newman wanted to eat Kramer? Great. Why does he want to do that? Oh, I don't know yet. Butter? Yeah.
Chunky
How do we get to
bar?
that point?
That was the thing. I
Yeah.
don't think we can work that in.
So yeah, that is Seinfeld, and that ends our season premieres as we have come back from our little hiatus and
Yeah.
started our new season. So next, we're going in a different direction because it's now October,
Yeah, it is.
which means
Spooky
it's spooky season.
Spooky season.
I love
The best time of the year.
It is the best time of the year.
So Audie, you're going to start us off. Where are you taking us?
Man, I figured let's just do this right. We're going to start off with a little episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
We're going there.
Nice.
I had to do an episode that's on YouTube because Paramount Plus doesn't have them all, and they're butts for that. So we're gonna watch season 1, episode 6, "The Tale of the Super Specs."
I remember this one. I mean, hold on. I don't know anything. I'll tune in next week.
No, yeah, I remembered it, and there was a particular reason because I wanted. Well, we'll get into it, but there's a reason I wanted to get one of this particular episode in. So that's what we're going to be watching. It's on YouTube. We'll leave the link in the stuff. But Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Excellent. That's a
Sweet.
good kickoff for spooky season. too,
Yes.
For spooky
Yeah.
episodes.
gonna be great.
I was a big fan of Are You Afraid of the Dark? So
Same.
this will be fun. So that's going to start us off, and then we'll continue on spooky season. But if you like this show, we want your feedback. Did we get any feedback this week? Do we know?
You would ask that. Yeah, let me just bring that up real quick. I was
I'll
totally
check
prepared.
Email, but Audie, did we get anything on the socials?
I didn't see much on the socials. Just the usual likes and shares.
I mean, I'm still working on it.
I clicked
it's-
on the wrong one anyway. So
It's because of this whole the tariffs or something. Yes, we did have some feedback on this episode.
Oh, outstanding.
Thank you, A Stigma. Sorry, it was coming over the wire. I just had to wait for the ticker tape to finish. Yeah, it says, "Hey y'all, just started the episode, but paused to send this email. Been a longtime fan of this show. Until it first hit streaming years ago, I don't think I'd seen every episode until I binged it. I can relate to George in this episode because I myself have been fascinated, obsessed with having a cane or walking stick for many years and often treat my umbrella like a cane and sometimes behave a bit silly with it while out and about. Anywho, love the show and look forward to the live stream tonight. Sincerely, Sean, aka a Stigma. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't swing their umbrella around and tap it on the ground and grab people by the foot with it? I mean, this is just how it works. Thank you for your email.
Yes, thank you. If you want to be like Sean and email us, you can do that. thosewere-the-days-show@gmail.com. You can also find us on the socials. We're on Blue Sky, those-days-show.bsky.social.
There you go.
Yeah, you got this.
I believe in you.
It's in the show notes. If all else fails, just look at your podcast app. That section you never go to where you can read what the podcast producer put in there.
Yeah.
That's where the links are.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Look there, because I'll never remember it. Even though I made the profile, I will not remember what it is.
We're
And that's
professionals.
Right?
Yeah. Several of us go to Dragon Con for free because we're professionals.
and yet,
And
here
yet,
we are.
you too can be a professional if you send the right email at the right time.
But send us your feedback. We want to hear. Did you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do you remember it? And what did you think of it? Particularly this episode, but the show as a whole as well. As we roll into spooky season. So I can't wait. I'm excited to see what everyone else chooses. I have some ideas of something. We'll see.
I got ideas.
Nice.
Good. But until next time, until Are You Afraid of the Dark and spooky season kickoff, for Amy, for Steven, for Audie, I'm Travis. Don't get into low speed rascal chases.
Or do.
You don't need butter to shave your face.
Or do.
But definitely don't raw dog your flights.